a family called as Sansevieria, and I'm going to reveal my second rare plant in my collection. Now, Sansevieria again is a huge family of plants, and it has more than 70 to 80 species. I have a few other varieties as well, but I'm going to do a separate video on them. Today we are going to talk about the Sansevieria ehrenbergii, or the Sansevieria samurai dwarf. Now, this is a rare plant. It has just hit the Bangalore market of late. I got to know about this plant from a fellow plant tuber. I saw it in one of her videos wherein she had ordered this plant online. So immediately, that's the next thing which I did. I went to the online plant seller and I ordered myself one, and it came in beautifully. So this is the one which I had ordered online. Now, Sansevieria ehrenbergii is commonly known as the sword of Sansevierias. As you can see, the pattern in this particular plant is that the leaves come on top of each other. Like, layer by layer, it comes on top of each other. It has a sword-like pattern with really pricky edges. So if you have this plant, or if you wish to own this plant, guys, you have to be careful because you might prick your finger on these edges. I have myself pricked my hand so many times and literally blood has come. So yeah. So this plant is a native to Africa, and it is known to be grown in soil, like outdoors in full sun, as well as indoors as a tabletop accessory, as an office desk plant, as a center table piece, anything. So this is a very multi-purpose plant, I can say. It can survive in harsh to harsh conditions as well as in low light conditions. Now I have three pieces of this particular plant because I fell in love with it so much at the first time that I went on ahead and I bought two more. So yeah, now I'll show you the other piece of this species of plant which I have. This is a bigger Sansevieria ehrenbergii which I have. This I got from a local nursery here, and you can see beautifully how the leaves come on top of each other, like in a crisscross pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Now this plant, as I mentioned before, is well known to be grown in soil, outdoors in full sun, and it is also said that in the African jungles it grows up to 4 to 6 feet in height. So yeah, this you can keep this plant in full sun in outdoor conditions. It will thrive beautifully, as well as in indoor conditions as an house plant, as an indoor house plant. It will do well in such areas as well. Now this is a succulent. Succulent, as you guys know, are known to store water in their leaves. So just look at the fleshy, like thick fleshy leaves full of water. Now about watering for this plant, you have to wait till the entire soil dries out. So how will you check that? This is how you can check. You can take a chopstick or any stick of this size. You just have to put your stick down inside the pot and then slowly pull the stick out. Now if there is soil sticking at the stick, which means the pot still has sufficient water and you can wait for re-watering again. If the stick comes out completely clean, that means your pot needs watering and you can water it again. Once your pot is completely dry, what you need to do is that you have to water it thoroughly so that the water trickles down from here. That's when you will know that your Sansevieria has been completely thoroughly watered. Now I'll show you the third plant which I have, which I again ordered online. This is a dwarf cultivar. by a dwarf cultivar. In fact, these two are the dwarf cultivars. By dwarf cultivars, I mean that they have been artificially grown in a tissue culture process in a nursery. That is why the leaves are smaller in size as compared to him. Can you see? Yeah. So that's more or less all about the Sansevieria Ehrenbergii, guys. This fellow stays indoors in my house on top of my fridge, wherein it gets filtered sunlight from the eastern kitchen window which we have, while this guy sits in my drawing room in a corner table, wherein again it gets filtered light from a northern facing window. This guy I have placed in complete sun. It gets sunlight of the early morning hours, say for an hour or so, and then it gets bright indirect light, which is a eastern exposure light. Regarding potting medium for this plant, it again needs a very well draining potting mixture. Coco peat plus vermicompost plus a little bit of garden soil will do the trick. You never would need to repot this plant, guys, as far as I know, unless you have placed this plant in a terracotta pot and the pot is cracking from the below. That is when you would require to repot it. Otherwise, this plant is a really slow grower. You would hardly need to repot it. Now there is also a variegated version of this particular plant. I will post a picture. It's not yet available in India, guys, so you have to hold on to your feelings. It's only available in US, UK and Australia markets as of now, that too with very limited nursery guys who are probably making it out of as a tissue culture process. So yeah, slow growers, again you have to have a lot of patience. It's a very forgiving plant. No matter whatever you do, this plant will never give up on you. It will always thrive. It will always be beautiful and chunky. The only problem is that you should root rot is a problem for this plant. You should have to be very careful of your watering schedule for this plant. If you overwater this plant, then the areas here will start rotting and eventually your plant might die. Pests is not a problem in this plant. I have hardly seen any pests, judging by on the fact that the variety of mix of climate India offers us. So pest is not a problem in this particular plant as of now. So yeah, that's about the beautiful Sansevieria Ehrenbergii, guys. In case you have any further questions on this plant, please do let me know. I will reply back to you as soon as possible. Okay, bye bye.